Hello guys, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War II, World at War with our Allied playthrough. In the last episode, the Axis chose not to do the historical Operation Barbarossa. Now, it's undoubtedly still coming, but for now, they've chosen not to do it. Probably because they have so much just to do in Yugoslavia, and while looking at Yugoslavia and Greece, I realize I totally forgot to take care of this last episode. I thought I had taken care of everything. Well, hope the Yugoslavs didn't expect any reinforcements, because they're not getting them, because I already spent all the UK's MPPs. Whoops. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I do good. I do good. How the fuck did I forget that? Alright, anyway, well, we got Greece and Yugoslavia to take care of. And by take care of, I mean, like, they're probably not going to do anything. Because, like, Yugoslavia, I have no MPPs. You might as well just sit where we have the littlest amount of entrenchment. Because it will help me survive longer. And, as for Greece, I can actually do a couple things. God, thank God I looked over here. Or I was just going to hit end turn without even doing anything. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's go ahead and attack these tanks. We dealt 5 damage, and now there's only 2 left. And, I was also supposed to upgrade the second core. Just completely forgot about all this, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and just attack this core best we can with what we have. 2 damage, yay! Alright, cool. Maybe that'll keep it at bay for a little bit. We don't have to kill this tank yet. We could just snipe it at the end of next turn. We could... I don't know where I'd actually want this core to be. Up on the very front doesn't sound like a good idea, but breaking our entrenchment more also doesn't sound like a good idea. So we'll just leave it there and let the enemies come to us. And I guess now we're gonna hit end turn, because I've now done everything. If any Yugoslavian units completely die or lose their positions, I'm so sorry. I forgot you existed. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit end turn. Chinese morale is boosted by the liberation of Wuhan. Hell yeah. The US oil embargo hits Japanese morale. Okay. Okay, that's... I need to look at how much that affects. I'm really interested in how much morale hits Japan takes from the embargo. I need to look it up. They don't tell you anywhere, but I'd really like to know. Italian morale suffers the loss of Tripoli. Japanese morale suffers the loss of Wuhan. It's going to be hard to tell this turn, because Japan's just lost so much stuff. We can kind of also look in the reports, if I think about it. Sadly, we cannot look for a specific cause. Still blockading Bordeaux for no reason other than I have no idea where the hell to use this. Oh, we got up to 40% American mobilization. US Lend-Lease to the UK begins. Thank God. Maybe that means some of the US's points right now will do it. US imposes an oil embargo against Japan. Anti-submarine warfare, anti-aircraft defense. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so we are already sending. Currently, we just sent them 51. That's awesome. The UK really needs that way more than America does. Way more. Hanoi Kunming still going. Probably not for long. I expect Indochina to get annexed here soon. There's no reason the AI wouldn't. They have the capability to do it. Soviet mobilization increasing because Stalin suspects Japanese weakness in Manchuria. Yep. But what will the Axis do? Reinforcing here. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry, Yugoslavia. I can't believe I forgot you existed. I'm pretty sure I looked at them at the beginning of the turn, and then I just got so distracted by everything. I just failed to remember by the end when I was spending the points. I was so concerned with Malaya and the destroyers. Yugoslavia completely slipped my mind. That sucks. Oh well. Let's see. The AI is doing some stuff we can't see. Fleet staging. Fleet moving. Probably the Japanese moving on. Oh, Italian submarine. That would make moving stuff from Tripoli hard. That would suck. Yeah, I don't have any destroyers or any fleet over here whatsoever. It'd be very dangerous. Zagreb getting bombed. Yep. Belgrade getting bombed. Yep. If I lose any of that, that is entirely my fault. Zagreb, yeah, yep, shattered. Bye-bye, Zagreb. We just lost Zagreb because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh well. I expected Yugoslavia to fall anyway. God damn it. Still, such an avoidable loss, you know what I mean? Japanese attacking up by Manchuria, not doing much. Are we going to go ahead and lose this one too? No, maybe not. We're going to take a lot of damage, but we're not going to lose it. They have moved in and taken Zagreb. They're moving on Belgrade. Yeah, even if I did remember, like, we can only get up to 8 strength. They have armor coming. Okay, regardless of losing Zagreb, they're sending so much stuff here. There is absolutely nothing I could do to save this. So now I feel less bad about it. Now, it may have... Yugoslavia may have ended up living an extra turn or so if I had reinforced this turn. However, looks like it's not going to really matter that much. The amount of Germans and Italians here is insane. They have a Panzer Corps coming. This Panzer group is going to just destroy everything in Yugoslavia. There's nothing they can do to stand up to that. They don't have any morale. They don't have anything. Japan gains access to Indochina from the Vichy French authorities. Yep, and now they've taken Hanoi. U.S. is concerned Japan's move into French Indochina. Yep, they've annexed the whole thing. God damn it, I really hoped to prevent this. And I failed because I didn't know that it would just be like an instant takeover for them. Alright. Well, that sucks. Oh well. Ah, the Bitoliska Corps destroyed. Yep, alright, cool. Corps spotted near Tokyo. Bombers in Graz. Alright, well. Oh, okay, we got some Sydney 3rd Corps. That can go in Australia. Interesting starting position. I guess we'd want to get these guys somewhere else. Let's move them up the coast to make room for this new corps that will go in Sydney. We also have the Tuscaloosa Heavy Destroyer that can go anywhere in America that I want to put it. We'll go put it in an open port over here by San Francisco. There's also this garrison that I recruited, that I wanted. They could go near Shanghai or something, or Tsingtao, or whatever the hell. Alright, so it is, as I was saying, Yugoslavia, losing that unit at Zagreb or not, they were never going to survive this if there's an upgraded Panzer unit coming down, unfortunately. I wish I could have held at Zagreb a little bit longer, but you know what? I made a mistake. God, this is so strong. I was thinking of flanking it. I can't even do that. That's not even possible. So we're just going to reinforce what's in Belgrade, because that's just the most important thing. When Belgrade falls, Yugoslavia will probably fall, regardless of anything else. Almost nothing can actually be, like, reinforced or upgraded or anything, because the supply in Yugoslavia is just so bad by default. They don't stand a chance. And still, Operation Barbarossa has not started. It's August. We're almost to the end of Operation Barbarossa historically, and it has not started. So maybe it will start in September at the latest, who knows? If their goal was to clean up Yugoslavia, they'll sure do it. There was really nothing that I ever could have done here. Very sad. They just had to actually get off their asses and focus some stuff over here, which they just hadn't chosen to do up till now, or if they did, they were going about it very poorly. Let's see, so the US Lend-Lease to the UK defaults to 20% of USA's MPPs, but I can raise it up to 30. I am going to raise it up to 30 because America makes more than enough. And when the Soviets do enter the war, I know the UK is going to be sending them stuff. UK needs as much as it can get, more than anybody for right now. So we'll up that. So we're sending, instead of 50 something, we're sending 86. Hanoi Kunming is gone. I am so sad. Oh, they even have, look at this, they even have a convoy leading to them from there. Oh, I see. But they also lost the Dutch East Indies convoy because of the oil embargo. Okay. Well, naturally, we're not going to let this slide. Now, I've probably, unfortunately, lost the Hanoi Kunming Railroad after this turn, I'm going to guess. However, the Burma Road should at least be opening up here after America gets declared war on. But we'll definitely stop them from getting anything out of here. I had prepared for this moment, so I guess let's go ahead and actually just, you know, look over here and get things going. So we want to get upgrades on the first army here. We don't want to go in without any upgrades. Let's send the Corps forward first. I don't see anything that could really get in my way, but I just want to go check and make sure. Okay, cool. We could just take Hanoi just like that. And so this just turned half red for some reason. I know, like, that's my color. Indochina ships iron and rubber to Japan. Well, not anymore. Not anymore, it doesn't. I've taken Hanoi. I don't know how much of this I'll have to actually take over to take the whole place, but I'm not seeing that I'm going to get a lot of resistance. Okay, it's all red here. So that convoy should disappear once we're done with this turn. Yeah, I'm not seeing that this is going to actually be that hard. What's the supply like over here? Well, Hanoi's not producing very much, so that's what's probably going to slow me down more than anything. We probably don't need armies to actually push the whole thing. At the very least, our movement capability here is not that great anyway. We had a forced contact here as I moved up. Kind of expected that, though. They are entrenched. Let's go ahead and shell them some more. I didn't take them in time, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to take them. With everything that's been happening lately, I thought it'd be a good time to look at the national morale and just see how it's going. The UK's national morale has actually, like, kind of gone down still overall. It hasn't been going back up, despite taking stuff from Italy. Italy's, however, has been kind of plummeting. It's down to 80%. America's not in the war. Soviet's not in the war. China, as you see, has been climbing rapidly up to 111%. Japan has been faltering. I don't know how much of this is because of what now. I think that embargo affects them every single turn. Their turn and my turn. I know they get some back when they declare war, but with everything they've been losing and now the embargo, it's all just falling apart. Germany's still up at 107%. They've actually lost a little bit for what that's worth. India's hasn't really budged. Looking to the north end of China, Peking over here is still under siege. Very low supply. The supply value has been reducing due to it being surrounded. We can go ahead and arty it. Lower their entrenchments a little bit as a result. Supply didn't change, but entrenchments reduced does hopefully give us some ability to attack them. It does. We just don't actually have like a whole lot in position that's actually good, because this is mostly cores. What do you know? Let's go ahead and let's send the 12th Army up. They can assist with this. Let's start with the 41st Army because they have better luck apparently. We dealt some decent damage there. Let's go ahead and follow up with the 12th Army. Another 2 damage. Very nice. I wish that font for the numbers was easier to see. Let's attack with the 5th Army. And voila! Peking has fallen. The Japanese won't be peeking around here for a while. Woo! Humor! Yeah! Alright. Well, that's going to be a new spot where we're going to want to move an HQ up to, that's for sure. I don't have enough HQs for everything that I'm doing. I really don't. Like, one needs to get down to here. And it would be very, very helpful if one was down there. We can go ahead and keep killing this enemy army. Give them something else to spend their points on. We do have the 23rd Army, which can contribute to the death of this. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and attack. Finish off that Japanese army. National morale bonus. Hell yeah, we filled all that part of the map in. What's next? 2 enemies. One with 0 supply and one with 1 supply. So 0 supply is easy. Let's go ahead and attack the 4th Corps. Dealt some damage. Took some damage, unfortunately. And can we get behind him? Yes, we can. Ooh, we can get behind him with 2. Let's go send this one to finish him off. The more elite one. And there you go. National morale bonus. 1 enemy left over here. Let's move forward along the road. This is going to be hard to break one way or another. We can move you closer just to get you in there. You have your upgrade, actually, so you could be worth something. Let's start by attacking with the 4th Army across the river. 2 damage dealt, none taken. And now the cores can start hurting it. Let's start with the core across the river. 1 damage dealt, none taken. Now the next core, 1 damage dealt, none taken. Now the next core, 1 damage dealt, and it actually moved off its spot, which is not very good for it. Because now I could just take any one of these units that I want and step on Nanchang. It's here with no supply after this turn, but I can still kind of go behind it and try to hurt it. For example, with the core up here at Nanjing, which still doesn't have its infantry weapon upgrades, funny enough. We'll go ahead and attack, and well, that actually just didn't help me at all. What about this core over here at Shanghai? We'll go ahead and attack. 1 damage dealt. Cool. What was that all about? Did I just take something else at Shanghai? What? That was so weird. But that's everything that has an attack that we can affect that with. So I'm going to get this army moving back a steps just so it's along the railway. I'm going to get the corps moving back a step so it's on the railway. It's also sitting at Hengyang. And we're going to have to look at actually getting a lot of units out of here. But we're also going to reinforce units that need to be reinforced or upgraded or what have you. Here's a unit that needs an upgrade. Oh wait, I can't because it actually attacked. This unit, this army, can be upgraded with infantry weapons. As can this army that's been on the front forever. This HQ is going to advance over here to the railroad as well because we're going to end up wanting to move it. Let's see, we have a second corps here that can go ahead and reinforce back up to max strength. We have anti-air that's going to be moving north with our invasion. Right now, I guess it's only defending the HQ really because that's about as far as it can get right now. We specifically sent these light tanks back so that they could get some reinforcements, so we'll go ahead and get those. Enemy maritime bombers are showing back up like a bunch of idiots. What a surprise. We'll go ahead and take this corps and move it into the, what is this, mountains, helping surround Jahol completely. This artillery can't really move right now under the current conditions. We can actually take the 5th Army off of Peking and move the HQ up right now. That's good. That'll help with the advance, I think. We have some very juicy targets here. Port Arthur is probably a juicier target, to be honest, because of what it can grant us. And we do have enough units to keep moving that direction from here to make an all-out push worth it. So this one can only get to Port Arthur, so we're going to send this corps up to Port Arthur, and we're going to attack. And we've actually just killed the enemy at Port Arthur altogether. Now this is extra exciting because if I take Port Arthur and I've just taken Hanoi, their only convoys they have, and after losing the DEI, are going to be gone just like that. Taking that is more important than hurting this maritime bomber. That much is certain. So I'm going to move this corps up to take Port Arthur. Definitely. Hell yeah. I will still move up to attack the maritime bomber. That's too juicy of a target to say no to. We're going to move the Dare to Die Special Forces up. We're going to move this army up. Our invasion goes well. I may have lost Indochina, but... yeah, and the Hanoi Kunming. See, the reason why I'm so stressed about the Hanoi Kunming Railroad, even though it doesn't really matter at this point, is because of what it gave. It was a single investment of like 40 MPPs or something, or 80, and it gave 60 a turn that it just spawned out of thin air. And theoretically, if this never happened, if what just happened here never happened, this could have lasted forever. I don't know. If it couldn't have, I don't know. I'm just working off of what I do know. Well, this is what I do know, and I'm sad. Let's see, we can operate the garrisons to get them into positions maybe a little bit faster. We can't actually put anything directly on Shanghai yet, because I guess it thinks we just took it this turn, or... no, it's because it's not in supply. But I will tell you, we are going to want a garrison on Shanghai, so I will deploy our brand new garrison over there by Shanghai. We don't need to operate, to be honest. We could just run. So I'm going to start running this garrison northeast to get to Tsingtao in place of the engineers that were heading there. The engineers might just be more useful garrisoning something closer to the enemies and setting up maybe some fortifications over there. So we'll send the garrison north again. This 41st Army can move up into these fortifications. Since it can move, it might as well move. We can also actually get another hit on the maritime bombers if I swap out or try to further flank the Japs here, although I don't know that that's smart because I don't know what they have back there. It's probably something. We'll send the army up. Oh, never mind. The army can't get a hit in. It could swap, but it could not get a hit in. I should have remembered that I already moved that. I should stop making so many mistakes. I'm going to end up moving the garrison at Changsha. I'm going to end up moving it down to Fuchao, so we're just going to start walking it there right now. Shanghai, Fuchao, Tsingtao for these. And right now, Nanning and Canton still and Kunming have garrisons as well. There's one more garrison we can buy. Also, Chongqing. But we don't need it right now necessarily. I'll take the 4th Corps here who finished their attacks and move them onto the railroad. I believe that's a railroad so that they can operationally move if I end up needing to do that with them. These fighters are going to proceed south to Guilin. Now they still don't have full coverage over everything from here. What's supply around here like? It's very, very good around Nanning. Then let's go to the Kulun Pass. We can provide fighter coverage to, I believe, everything that we have in this region. Looks like it. We have enough MPPs left for one research with China. Nothing that's 175. We're just a little bit short. So I think what I will research is command and control. Because oh wait, no, that's right. That's 175. I can't do that. Okay, well, we have our options of 125s. And I think, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and get amphibious warfare for them. They don't need the funding of the Hanoi Kunming Railway to beat Japan at this point. I'm gonna be sad about that. I was sad the moment I saw it coming, and I'm sad now. Just like I was sad about Poland, just like I was sad about France. I keep getting sad about things. This is just the way of things. Sad Sola, learning the hard way after making mistakes. I'm looking at what we can do with India here. We're gonna want to do more research, so we'll put some MPPs into spying and intelligence. Get that total research funding back up, ideally. We have a lot of important things popping up for America that we have to deal with. Mainly for ships. So this battleship can get ASW, which gives it some defense against subs, which would be nice, and some AA defense. Same thing for these destroyers, but ASW will help them hunt subs as well. So we're going to get all these upgrades for all these ships. The new heavy cruiser is going to have to wait on these upgrades. The planes have nothing. The infantry has access to anti-air defense now. So we'll go ahead and we'll start getting that. It's especially important now that I think about it. Over at Hawaii, where we have this special forces unit, we're not going to need mobility or anything over there. We can also, oh yeah, because I expect the port to come under attack. This is what I've been waiting to do. Upgrade the anti-air at every single port. Try to reduce the damage taken by anything on here. I don't know if this is how it even works. I'm just going to try this because I'm hoping it will work. We can also upgrade Honolulu with it for whatever that's worth. I don't know if they'll really come after Honolulu. I don't think they'll come after this island. I don't think so. It'll be a hell of a way to learn if they do. And we still have 195 MPPs, so I can actually put some more into research. Yes, I can. I think we'll go ahead and we'll prioritize getting some more logistics. Logistics are very important. That leaves us with 95 MPPs. Almost enough to go for anti-tank weapons, but we'll just put it into upgrading these other infantry with anti-air defenses. Still no mobility. Still not seeing that we'll need that anytime soon, but the anti-air against the Japs would certainly be handy. And that should pretty much cover America. If we're feeling a little bit paranoid, we can go upgrade the garrison on the capital with infantry weapons and anti-air. Just for the hell of it. Now, something we're definitely going to want to do here is we're going to want to take the Macedonian army and finish off the Ariat tank unit. Get a nice national morale bonus. I guess for the UK? I don't know if that goes to the UK because it's a UK minor or not. But that would be nice to get. Ooh, supply here is just still not good enough. I wonder why. And I don't really know, but we might as well finish up this. We've already looked at Yugoslavia, so we might as well look at finishing up Greece. Let's go ahead and upgrade this second corps with infantry weapons and anti-aircraft defense. The ones over here are getting into some entrenchments. Unfortunately, they're so far out of supply because the supply in this region is just so bad that we can't actually replenish them from here. I can't even replenish these planes, which is just quite amazing. So we're just going to go let these Italians that are chilling out without much entrenchment have it. 2 damage dealt, none taken. And 2 damage dealt, none taken. That sounds good to me. We'll make it so it's hard to push through Albania. I'm not under any delusion that we'll be taking Albania, but we'll make it so it's hard to push through Albania. Looking at Libya, we're going to go ahead and reinforce the 7th Armored Tanks because that's something that we want to do. We'll go ahead and give the Desert TAC Bombers upgrades. We're in no rush to do anything with anyone that's over here. You have nothing I can do, not even elite reinforcements. You didn't really see any fighting. So you're going to go ahead and start going that way towards a port that you might be able to jump over to Greece to. We got to be very fucking careful about the enemy submarines in the water, however. The Ardy's going to have a fun time moving around. It's barely been used, even with mobility, just because of how hard it is to move Ardy around. We have anti-tank that can almost reach Tobruk. We'll go send the anti-tank over to Tobruk. There you go. The Desert Recon can go drive over to the HQ. It's going to need to be in supply next to the HQ to actually do anything that I wanted to do. Let's see. This army would probably be leaving as well. We could have it leave from Tripoli. And in the meantime, we can just have the core linger behind it. And they should be good from there. They can't leave yet. The port needs more supplies, but I'm trying to kind of pace and space everything. Now that our HQ's catching up in Ethiopia, however, let's go ahead and start moving this away towards Addis Ababa. We find ahead of us an enemy core waiting for us. Let's move up with our mobility. Its supply is also shit. Its readiness morale is also shit. We're going to move the HQ up to this city where it can hopefully provide some good supply. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to send... how is supply over here? Actually, oh, it's terrible. I'm going to send the BAI army ahead of the artillery because the artillery is just moving so goddamn slow. It doesn't have the mobility upgrades. The Indians are still researching that, so it's proving almost useless down here. The Gurkha Special Forces are also still trudging down through this clear path leading up to where we can go. They have decent supply this time around, so let's hope that keeps up. We're going to move back up and attack the Massawa garrison. 3 damage dealt, 1 taken, unfortunately. I'll go ahead and move back after that. Just trying to kind of keep the Italians spending on something. We won't attack over at Addis Ababa. We want to get over there with more stuff. We want the HQ situation to catch up. The Soviets are up to 56% mobilization now. Holy crap, that's going up fast. And America's at 45. So our income is just going to keep going up and up and up for our whole side. Let's go ahead and reinforce the Annapolis destroyer from Canada that has come into port here. We're going to upgrade the Montgomery with some ASW. This is some important stuff to get going. The Jersey destroyer is, quite frankly, it's fairly upgraded. It's pretty nice. I know there were some submarines kind of operating in this region, so I don't really know how far back I want to put this. The Bulldog's going to go get ready for its upgrades. The Castleton is going to reinforce itself up to max. We'll take the first garrison and move it up here to Reading, as we're not going to be taking advantage of Brest just yet, although we can officially land transports there. They seem to just be completely ignoring it, probably because the partisan has just been staying there. So that's a nice thing. We're going to get long-range aircraft upgrades on the aircraft here. I am hoping to take advantage of this situation in some way, and we'll need some air superiority if we are going into Europe. And anyway, the enemy, like the Germans' air is just ridiculous. The UK still has a lot of research it could be doing, so I think I'm going to take advantage of the fact that the Axis are generally performing a lot poorer than I expected. And I'm going to use that to research with the UK rather than prepare them for any French invasion. If this was PvP, I'd be acting much different, especially if I already knew how this thing went. But I'm going to start researching some more anti-aircraft defense as well as some more anti-submarine warfare, because that's very important stuff for us. And we have a lull that we can take advantage of here. We'll take the Lancaster and move it closer towards Canada, because it must be on a patrol. We're going to have the Mohawk. Well, yeah, we're going to have the Mohawk positioned kind of in between where the Lancaster and another destroyer will be. Just kind of keep track of these 2 trade routes and keep them safe. The Amazon is going to have to go back towards the UK to get some upgrades. Can we upgrade you? No, I think I just moved you there. But the Amazon is going to have to go back there and get some upgrades. So we're going to start moving it in that direction for the time being. Oh yeah, we can also reinforce the Ass Destroyer. I forgot about that. Oh god. And we have the Javelin Destroyer here that we're going to move a little bit further down this convoy line, which is of great importance, but still in range of these other ones that they usually end up raiding. The USSR has a lot of research space, and they're getting more and more MPPs by the turn here, since the Axis are so concerned about Yugoslavia and Greece, despite not having put enough effort into it at all. So we're going to go ahead and do some more research. I will go ahead now and get armored warfare for the USSR, as I expect mechanized and armored units to be a big part of their strategy going forward. I've had a couple mistakes in these past few turns. I will admit that, but thankfully, you know, it is my learning game, and the AI is performing terribly as well. So, all in all, I think things are looking on the up and up. We have good defense is getting ready for everything we're going for. I've chosen not to get the Greek fighters or the Malayan fighters. I just felt there was more important things to spend the UK points on than fighters that will cost me with upgrades like 300 MPPs each and then probably get slaughtered. Rather just put anti-air on everything. That's just so much cheaper. You know, until I know that these things won't die or until I know they'll have better supply, which as of right now, their supplies are terrible. I've done the best that I can. I hope you guys are proud of me, and I hope my mistakes are of entertainment. That is why I'm doing these AI playthroughs, is to learn how to play the game. It's to learn about the game and get better, so if I can inevitably get a PvP going, we can get some real interesting stuff happening. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next one.